We have Joan Hampstead with us now, and she's an owner. And although I've known Joan for a while now, I don't know her backup story, her background, I guess I should say. Joan, how did you get into harness racing?
That would be my daughter Ashley's fault.
Now, why is that? She was in it first and then persuaded you?
Well, she grew up working with Arabians, and then later in her life, she went to working with Standardbreds and was like, hey, Mom and Dad, why don't you guys buy a horse? And I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. and she talked my husband into it, actually. Now, do you see him anywhere around? Do you see him here much? So she talked him into it, and Louie's mother was our first purchase. She come out of Kentucky as a 3-year-old, looked like $1 million. Brought her home, and she just had some issues, and we ended up giving up. But she was just this big, beautiful mare. I'm like, what am I going to do with her, you know? So I said, well, let's try breeding her. She's got to have a purpose, because my husband said, if she's going to be in the field, you know, you got to do something with her. So anyway, that's how I got into the breeding business.
So you have Miss Ruthie, and you decide that you're going to breed her. And how does that come about? Like, so you end up picking the stallion, and how many babies does she have?
I chose the stallion. I'm a big albatross fan, so I went with 3 Wizards. It was my first time, so I didn't really want to go all in for a big stud fee. And I liked him, so that's where I went first.
And that baby's name is?
Fastback Eddie.
Oh, okay. All right, and that's the first baby that you ever bred. Her firstborn, she says. I love that. Okay, all right. And now she ends up having a second foal.
Louis by Length, which I acquired the breeding from the Horse Lovers United auction.
So Horse Lovers United, they have the auction every year, a charity auction. So you actually end up getting your stallion auctions there, or your stallion breedings there.
My last 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So it's a good cause and you usually get a good deal. Let's give them a plug. So tell me about Fastback Eddie first, since he's your firstborn. Tell me about his personality, or...
Show, because like my husband says, you ask her about her horses, you got an hour.
Can you put it into a clip notes for me?
Fastback Eddie, he's, like I said, my firstborn, and he's, you know, very dear to my heart. His last start at Dover, he broke a splint bone and tore his tendon, and so now he is my lawn ornament. Yeah.
Deep breath, deep breath. Okay, so, and lawn ornaments, that's okay, you know, then you don't have to mow the grass as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Now then, tell me about Louis by Length.
Louis by Length, he's a special character.
We're at the top of the stretch, turning we're home, and it's Louis by Length with 3-day forecast down the inside coming through the stretch. Louis by Length, 3-day forecast. By a noggin between horses, Louis by Length. Louis by Length.
When he was first born, he had a scrotal hernia, and my daughter Ashley had to go out every day and work with this hernia. Those probably know what you have to do with it, you know, push it up every day, several times a day. So he got a lot of hands-on, and he just loves people, and I would go out and run with him. You know, he would chase me up and down the field, so it was good exercise. But he loves people, you know, and people that are around him, they like him.
They come to the top of the stretch, turning we're home. Louis by Length. Louis by Length, better not miss down the inside coming through the stretch. It's Louis by Length with the lead. Better not miss is going to be second. Outside Something Blue third, followed by Lee's a Star, 154 and 3/5.
How do you think you are as an owner? Do you think, I mean, as far as what would your trainer, John Wilkerson, say about you if I asked him?
My goodness, he might say that I'm a worrywart.
So I was told to ask you, what do you think of your owner?
You don't want to know.
He has to kind of like me because we're step siblings, so he has to put up with me. There isn't any getting rid of me, right?
For those people who don't own racehorses, what would you say to them to get them involved? Why is it so much fun, and why should somebody own a racehorse?
Well, I say, like most people know, it's some of the highest high and some of the lowest low, you know. So, I just try to tell them it's so much fun, you know. It's something that, like me, I'm proud. I'm proud of Louis, Eddie. I do find myself trying to talk people into doing this, and they are like me, like I was in the beginning, like no, no, no.
But you totally are happy that you did it, right? I mean, this is a great decision for you.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine not doing this. I thought about it, and then I thought, oh my God, I can't do that. I would be so miserable.
That is a perfect ending to this interview because for those out there, did you hear that? How happy she is that she's in horse racing, right?
Ask my family. I'm a nut.
Joan, thank you for being on the show and telling us about your experiences.
Thanks for having me. I like I said before, I always like to talk about my horses, so.